Hi, my name is Steve Christensen, and I'm joined today with Grace Sun. Grace is the Ophthalmology Residency Program Director at Weill Cornell Medical College in New York City, and joined us on several panels of our Young Ophthalmology program today. Dr. Sun, could you describe for us a little bit about how you maintain your passion for ophthalmology and for your career?
So Steve, just last week I had one of my postoperative cataract patients say to me, "Doc, I can really tell that you love your job." And I was thinking, that is the best compliment that I've gotten in a long time. So how do I maintain the passion? I think for me it goes back to what drew me into medicine and ophthalmology in the first place. And that would be 1, education, and 2, service. So as residency program director at Weill Cornell, I get to teach every day. I get to mentor young ophthalmologists as they decide what they want to do. And the service component is sort of icing. In my day-to-day, I'm able to incorporate caring for our underserved, our uninsured of New York City right in my backyard. And then for 1 or 2 times out of the year, I get to do the same in Tanzania. The Tanzania project that we have at Weill Cornell started about 8 years ago. And we go and 1, take care of patients, 2, train the ophthalmologists that are there, and 3, build infrastructure. Now, Tanzania is a country of 50 million people, and they have 40 ophthalmologists. So we have our work cut out for us. One of the nicest things is to be able to combine sort of the skills and the gifts that we have and be able to serve, coupled with also my passion for travel. It makes for a nice combination. And the Tanzanian ophthalmologists that we've identified also work alongside us when we're there to do surgery. And we also sponsor them to come to the United States and to the Academy, actually, to continue their education. So I maintain my passion about just remembering what brought me to ophthalmology.
That's wonderful. It's clear that you're very passionate and that you love what you do. So I think your patient was right on when they made that comment to you. We're so fortunate to have you work with us on the Young Ophthalmology Committee with the International Subcommittee. And I know you've been working very hard along with your committee members to help identify resources and create resources so that our young ophthalmology colleagues can be more aware of how to become involved in international ophthalmology. Would you mind maybe just touching a little bit briefly on the resources that are available to young ophthalmologists?
Sure. So our subcommittee, the Young Ophthalmologists International Subcommittee, has 2 goals. One is to support our domestic young ophthalmologists who are interested in going abroad, whether or not it's to learn or to serve, to teach. The other goal is to support the international young ophthalmologists from our supranational organizations, develop their own young ophthalmologist structure, as well as support their needs. So for our American ophthalmologists that may be interested in going abroad, there are a number of resources that would be helpful. The first at the Academy meeting, every year we do this, meet with the international expert in the Yo Lounge. And we have anywhere from 10 to 15 ophthalmologists that have spent part of their careers dedicated to working abroad, whether or not, again, that's direct patient care and service delivery, or teaching and skills transfer abroad, or building relationships and collaborations with other institutions abroad. The experts are so engaged to meet our young ophthalmologists who want to sort of do the same and can see that in their career. So that's one event. The second is we have a course that's been ongoing for the last 8 years or 9 years even, that is targeted towards our domestic young ophthalmologists that are interested in volunteering abroad. And this is called International Opportunities for Young Ophthalmologists, How to Start Now and Sustain Through Your Career. Online, throughout the year, you can access a number of Academy resources that talk about global ophthalmology. So there's a link on our Young Ophthalmologists page that will bring you to the Global Ophthalmology page. And we have great sort of webinars by international experts such as Al Summer, Dave Friedman from Wilmer, talking about what to do before you go, how to get involved, what to think about, as well as something called the Go Guide, which is on the Academy One network, where you can roll over this world map. And let's say I'm interested in Peru. So you can go to that area and highlight what the top eye conditions are and get more information about linking up with organizations in Peru. So the Go Guide is one. The Global Ophthalmology pages, where you can get webinars and even a book written by Al Summer, one of our leading experts in global ophthalmology, all at your fingertips whenever you want.
That's wonderful. And then finally, just touch briefly on this database that you've been working hard to create for our colleagues to learn about international fellowships and maybe even vice versa.
Absolutely. So when we go to our international meetings, such as the European Society of Ophthalmology or the Pan American Ophthalmology, the PAAO or the APAO, our Academy leaders and some of our YO leaders always meet with the young ophthalmologists there. And the number one request that they have from the Academy is, how do we get additional training? Whether or not it's in the US or in Europe or in Canada, there's no directory of these opportunities. So the Academy decided to create one. And it's called the Global Ophthalmology Training Opportunities Directory. It is on the Academy website. And while it doesn't sort of give you, they're not fellowships per se. Most of them are observerships, but it's a great place to get started. So if I'm a European ophthalmologist and I'm interested in cornea, I can look at the opportunities there. It'll give me a contact and just a springboard for you to sort of get more engaged. So that was launched last year, and it is still growing. So I encourage our international colleagues to take a look at that, because that's a great place to get started.
So once again, where can they find this resource online, and what's it called?
So they can find it on aao.org, and it's called the Global Directory of Training Opportunities.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, Dr. Sun, for joining us, and we appreciate everything you're doing for us both here domestically and abroad.
Thank you, Steve.